Oh, nearly fell over. Hi, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. This is going to be a hopefully quick book haul. Okay, first off, I'm going to be doing a book haul from what I got from Depop. The seller's called Georgia Alice 98. I'll put a link for her account down below, and I'll put mine as well. Although I don't sell anything, I've made my likes public, and I've got like different sections like books and like cheap books are like £2 and under. George Alice is actually really good. Like all these books were mostly £1 each, and the postage was like £4, which is like very little considering books are really heavy. The first book I'm going to be talking about is Stephen King's Finders Keepers. I think it's the second book in a trilogy. Yeah, it's a trilogy. It starts with Mr. Mercedes and then Finders Keepers and then End of Watch. I didn't know this was a sequel until halfway through, so I can only really review it at a standpoint as like a standalone book because obviously I didn't read the book before, which like I can't believe it took me so long to realise. But yeah, Finders Keepers, I think I gave a 2 or a 3 star. I think maybe it's because I just didn't read the first one. I think it would have been higher if I'd read the first one, so that's my fault. I don't know, it was quite basic and it was quite similar to another book he's written. I can't remember what it's called. The one where the woman takes her favourite author out of a car accident and kind of like keeps him hostage. The beginning's quite similar to that, and then I guess it's afterwards it's not, but yeah, it was quite slow. Like it wasn't really fast paced, and you kind of, at least I kind of called what was going to happen afterwards. It was kind of a bit boring, to be fair, which is unlike Stephen King, but yeah, it was a bit nah. But basically the synopsis is there's this fan called Maurice Bellamy, and he's kind of a sociopath, and he does like bad illegal things and blames others. And it kind of follows him, and then the other half of the story is kind of followed by a kid. I can't remember his name. Pete Salbers. As a kid, and then he grows up, and yeah, and they're connected. It was nice. It wasn't a bad book. I did enjoy some of it. It was just a bit like it took. I don't know. Like it just took a while. You know, it wasn't like a book where I was just like, oh, I can't wait to finish it. It was just like I just want to finish it, so it's finished. But yeah, this is the only book that I've read out of the haul, because at the moment I'm reading the Cinder series. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I've read the first book, and I'm on the second book. The next ones are pretty similar, well, but not. I've got Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology book, and I've got Robin Waterfield's The Greek Myths. Stories of the Greek gods and heroes vividly retold. I don't take history or any A-level that have anything to do with history, I guess. English literature maybe, but we don't really go into Greek, so we don't go that far. The oldest we go is Old English, which is very much after Norse mythology and Greek myths. When I was younger, I really wanted to read adult books. I just felt like young adult was just too childish for me, which I really regret because now I like young adult. Books like Harry Potter, I was just like, no, I'm not going to read that because I'm too good, which is stupid. Like, young adult are good books. This can be like a substitute for Percy Jackson, until I get there, I guess. So yeah, I hope I don't get Greek and Norse mixed up. I'll read them at different times, definitely. I'm gonna have to like break these two. Another book is The Miniaturist, I don't know if I pronounced that right, by Jessie Burton. On an autumn day in 1686, 18-year-old Nella Ootman arrives at a grand house in Amsterdam to begin her new life as a wife of wealthy merchant Johannes Brandt. Though curiously distinct, he presented over an extraordinary wedding gift, a cabinet-sized replica of their home. It is to be furnished by an elusive miniaturist whose tiny creations ring eerily true. As Nella uncovers the secrets of a new household, she reveals escalating dangers they face. The miniaturist seems to hold their fate in her hands, but does she plan to save or destroy them? I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I do. I like pretty books, and this is definitely a pretty book. Especially it's very into the theme of a replica of their house. I've heard of The Miniaturist before, but I don't know much about it. I don't know if there's a movie or anything, but I am really excited to read this. But yeah, it looks really good. And it's like, it's a bit chunky.
I like 'em big, I like 'em chunky, I like 'em.
I think about 450 pages, which isn't too bad. The next one is The Traitor's Wife by Kathleen Kent. It's in the title, The Wife of a Traitor, I guess just her life. I just like it when it's a story with the perspective of someone else that isn't the main, I guess. Like, she's the traitor's wife, she's not the traitor. But I guess that can have pretty bad I take English literature. Another one by Jessie Burton, who wrote The Miniaturist, is The Muse. Again, beautiful book cover. Look at that. Oh, that's so cute. Picture hides 1,000 words. When I go into bookstores, which is usually Waterstones or charity shops, I usually just straight go to interesting book covers, and then I might read the synopsis, but sometimes I don't. I don't even read the blurb. I just look at a book, think it's pretty, and take it. I do have books that are not pretty, and they're really good, so I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because I've been proven wrong that just because it's a good book cover doesn't mean it's good. I have heard of the Muse. I don't know where. I think maybe a booktuber I watch has talked about this before. My camera stopped recording, and all I know is that I was talking about the Muse. I can't actually hear sound in my camera, but I hope I just talked about it. Pretty cover, sounds cool, painting, going lost, fun. Another pretty book. You can see like a trend happening, right? Far from the Tree by Robin Benway. When life falls apart, family sticks together. So it's like a family orientated book. When 16-year-old Grace gives up her baby for adoption, she decides it's time to find out more about her own biological mother, and in doing so she discovers 2 siblings she never knew existed. That's why it's called Far from the Tree. Because they're saying, you know, parents, genes, characteristics. That's smart. And I also love this colour. What is that, like green? Light turquoise. I really like this colour. And like little drawings of leaves. Oh, so cute. This book, I was immediately intrigued just by the title alone, The Vatican Princess. My connotations with the phrase the Vatican is probably different to some people. I went to a Catholic school. I took RE GCSE, which half of it was Catholicism. Not too bad, but my connotation of the Vatican, I might be wrong. I did my RE GCSE months ago. I did it back in, don't know what it was, July, maybe? Or June? No, it was June, because it was the first exam in June. And I've gone every single thing. So welcome to the education system. Great. I even got a 9, which is, for non-British people, an A double star. Yeah, I know shit all. I think the Vatican is the one where the priests all go and vote for the new Pope. Or it's the place the Pope lives. No, the Pope right now lives in a flat. Maybe it's just a Catholic place. It's the one where they keep all the secret stuff in the underground vault. Might be all free, you know? I don't know. I'll probably put in the video what the fuck it is, but I don't fucking know. Basically, from what I've got from it, it's about this young woman in a family she doesn't like because they're quite powerful and ruthless. And so she hates being part of the family and like having their blood. Can Borgia's daughter make her own destiny? Oh! Ooh! Well, actually, I read the synopsis and this sounds way more interesting than I thought. To this day, oh god, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this name. Lucrezia Borgia, the Pope's beautiful daughter. What? Can't be Catholic then. Maybe they changed the rules back in the 15th century. It's known as one of the history's most notorious villainesses, accused of incest and luring men to doom with an arsenal of poison. So basically, it's exploring as to, is she really the villain? Like, is she really, or is it just a legend? Like, is she just surviving? Is she such a villain? And I absolutely love that. Yeah. This seems way more interesting now for the actual blurb. Maybe I should start reading blurbs. I chose this one as well because I found it similar to the Vatican Princess. It's called the Empress. Okay. Did you ever just live your life from like a young age being really good at reading, being at higher level than everyone else in your class, and like so neither does think when you read with a teacher, you just didn't do that because the teachers knew you could read. And so now you just don't know how to pronounce words. Hence why I mispronounce names so much. Empress Orchid by Anchee Min. To rescue her family from poverty and avoid marrying her slope-shouldered cousin, 17-year-old Orchid competes to be one of the Emperor's wives. Ooh. Not like the Vatican Princess, quite the opposite actually. I think the Vatican Princess is more about like trying to redefine what it is to be a woman and like taking away gender stereotypes. But yeah, it's actually quite the opposite, but still equally as interesting. This is more about just trying to, the Vatican Princess is about her being from a rich family and trying to like have her own destiny, whilst this one's more about coming from the poor. My camera went off again for the second time, so I don't know what I was up to, but I'm gonna keep on pulling through. Pushing through. Pulling through, pushing through. I'm gonna keep on going. This is The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. Very feminine and pretty book cover, like all the way around, like just the same, which I like. I like it when book covers stick to the same theme / colour throughout, like it's not just the front and then the back, it's just all the way around. And it's got a weird texture as well, you can feel the lines. Or maybe it's just me. Yeah, it is, you can feel the lines. What happens when the secrets of one family tear another apart? This I have heard of. I think it's like maybe a classic, I'm not quite sure. It's a thick book. How many pages is there? 642. Jesus Christ. Again, like very small synopsis, so maybe there's mystery involved to not give the plot away. If you have unwanted pretty books, send them my way, because I would love that. Hey! Welcome back! Is Alea ever going to record a whole video at once on the same day? No. Welcome back. I don't remember which book I was on, so I'm going to guess. Hopefully I guess right. Okay, this one is Hideous Creatures by S.E. Lister. And although it is a bit faded, I bought all these books second hand, and most of them, actually, it's really just this one that's like a bit, what's the word? I don't know, it's just a bit faded. Everything else looks brand spanking new. So, depop seller, still love you. I just love like the, it's like tea stained colour. Again, keeping up the trend with loving book covers. It's like the Anchee, and it's so beautiful. Arthur travels on a slave ship to the coast of Virginia. So it's just 3 people, Arthur, Flora and Sheila, go on an adventure. And apparently it's like a gothic novel, and I do love a gothic novel. A Single Stone by McKinlay. An isolated society, a discovery that will change everything. And it's like mountains and the sun and like a tunnel. Oh, like with people in it. Ooh. Jenni is the leader of the line, a job every girl in the village dreams of. Life as a tunneler isn't easy, but it's the way it must be. Yet when one chance revelation follows another, Jenni begins to question things. But the boundaries of her world shift irrevocably. Jenni must play a part. Change is coming and it cannot be contained. I've never heard of a story like this before. This is quite odd. I think it's about an isolated society that's trying to like tunnel their way through to the other side, maybe, or somewhere. I don't know. But again, like pretty book cover and like very mysterious. I'm quite. I want to know more. Ooh. Beautiful cover alert! This one is Almond for a Parrot by Wray, Delaney. And oh my days, is this a beautiful cover. Oh, and it feels so good as well. Like, A Single Stone kind of has that like plasticky, like quite flimsy cover. And like, although it's not really a big problem, it just doesn't feel nice when you're holding it. This, however, I think it's like, not real embroidery obviously, but it's like embroidered drawing. Oh my god. So pretty. The blurb is often, murderer? I mean, what more do you want from a book? Oh my god, I just can't get over this book cover, like, oh my days. So it's about a woman called Tully, and she's on like death row, I'm guessing. And she has to like retell her entire story so she doesn't get killed, basically. This sounds really good. And not just because of it's mostly because of the book cover. But like, oh my god. This does actually really sound really good. I'm actually really excited. This is gonna move up a bit places on my TBR. Oh my days. I know I sound like such a nerd, but this is fucking pretty, okay? This is really pretty. We're bringing in the feminist books now. I don't take history. I've never taken history. And this one is about my own country, Britain. Oi oi! A History of Britain in 21 Women by Jenni Murray. Again, beautiful book cover. I bought this book because again, I learned about history. Britain is my country. And I'm a feminist, so 21 Women. But yeah, it's basically History of Britain in 21 Women, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty. It's got that like Luke yellow, not even Luke. What's it called? Mellow? Maybe? Pastel? I don't know. It's really pretty. Like the red and blue are like shiny. I feel like I sound like a 5-year-old, like, oh look at this book cover, it's shiny, it feels nice. Speaking of feminism, The Witches, Salem 1692, A History by Stacy Schiff. Again, about women, witches are all women, as far as I know. And Stacy Schiff is a woman. Great, it's actually quite big. Ooh! It's got like coloured pages and like gaps of it. That is so cool. Old school like drawings. I say old school because it's like early noughties. What did I say, like 1500s drawings? And it's got like, ooh, where's that? Lucifer is a woman. Lucifer's got titties. It's about witches. I think it's based on a real story, and it's about adolescent girls, so teenage girls being witches or being tried for witches at least. And it does have like, when I said plastic like coloured pages, I think those are like the historical bits. Like these are definitely real people. But it's actually really cool. I keep saying that. Like it's really cool. It is really cool, okay? I feel like if I was born in 1692 I'd probably get thrown down for being a witch. They just took any smart woman, didn't they? And were like, you know too much, off you. And a bit, they were like, try and like go on the weirdo girls. I'm a fucking weirdo, so I'd get stoned or burned or drowned. Pleasant. Caught in the Revolution by Helen Rappaport. Again, beautiful book cover. Is there any of my books that aren't beautiful? Like honestly, beautiful. Like when I get a new bookshelf, because I do, because all these books, they don't fit on my bookshelf because my books are right above my bed and my sister's where our heads are. So if it falls, we're probably going to die in our sleep. So I had to take some off. And I want to like showcase some covers like in the middle, trying to keep everything together. But then I have so many pretty books, I just want to keep all of them facing this way. But I can't. Anyway. Revolution, hence the title. Oh my god! This has like weird like gaps where it's like coloured things as well. But it's not by the same author. It must be the same publishing. No. It's not even by the same publishing company, but they've kind of got the same like random gaps of like coloured white paper. Interesting. It is a true story. It's Diaries of the Revolution. The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. Again, absolutely beautiful book cover. A boat washes up on the shore of a remote lighthouse keeper's island. It holds a dead man and a crying baby. The only two islanders, Tom and his wife, Izzy, are about to make a devastating decision. They break the rules and follow their hearts. What happens next will break yours. Whoa, that is a good blurb. Oh my god. I want my heart, I mean I don't want my heart broken, but like I want my heart broken by a book. I'm gonna be deeply disappointed if this doesn't make me cry. House of Ashes by Monique Roffey. Or Roffey. Roffey? Roffey. So it's about like a revolution and like what's gonna happen, because like a bunch of boys being like, I'm gonna take over, and everyone like don't really want you to get hurt, but like do what you want. It sounds better on the blurb. The blurb's pretty like long and I hate my own voice, so we're not gonna read that out, but it does honestly seem like quite interesting. Oh, it's so pretty! It's so pretty! Oh my god! The Beekeeper's Apprentice by Laurie R. King. Laurie? 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 Lowry? I don't know. The First Mary Russell and Sherlock Holmes Mystery. Oh. Anyway, look how pretty it is! Ah! It's orange all the way around and there's Sherlock in the back. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, her waist is snatched. God. Oh my god. I know who Sherlock Holmes is. I'm not too sure who Mary Russell is, but I think it's a series. I think she's like a detective, I think. But oh my god, this is so pretty. If all of the other books are like this style, then I definitely will buy them all. Just for the aesthetic alone. Like, oh, if they're all orange or if they're different colours. Because this is a nice orange. It matches her hair, like, beautiful. And it's illustrative drawing. Kidnapping, mystery. What more do you want? But yeah, 19 books. I'd recommend the seller, I can't remember her name, but I said it at the beginning, like 2 days ago. And it will be in the link below. And also mine. I've already said this before, but just to remind you. She sells books like £1 each, and if you like ask her like to do certain postage, it's cheaper. Like don't do Royal Mail because it's pricey because books are heavy. Just a reminder, especially if you're from England, try not to buy books from like Waterstones and WH Smith, because I mean if you're gonna buy from either, buy from Waterstones. That's actually a whole bookstore. WH Smith is like lesser. But yeah, although I do love Waterstones, try buy books like from thrifting and charity shops, and even though they'll be second hand, like you can find books that are still in their plastic covers if you are a person that doesn't like reading second hand books. And if you're not like me, because I really like owning books, I try to go to the library, but I just love having books, and I also have so many books on my TBR that I have. There's no point in me going to the library. But do try to go to the library, especially if you don't have any money, then go to the library, there's no excuse. If you don't have a library card, literally just walk in, I've done it, and just be like, can I have a library card? And they'll be like, oi, sorted. Obviously, Depop. Depop's an easy way if you don't want to go out into charity shops, if you're too like cool for that. Then Depop, some are second hand, some are not. And you can find them really cheap. Like again in my Depop I've got like, if you go in my likes, I've got a section for like books and then cheap books. That was basically it. I don't really know what I'm going to do next video. Probably something fun because I feel like this is quite boring. Anyway, subscribe for more of this. We've got book hauls. Actually, that's it at the moment, but we'll have book hauls, book reviews, film reviews, trailer reactions, maybe a bit of K-pop, maybe a bit of anime. I don't actually watch anime that much anymore, but I'm gonna try. What else do I do? I can do a bit of vlogging, but like, I'm pretty boring. If you're a fellow YouTuber, hit me up. And I'll like subscribe to you back and we can like be friends, because I have no YouTuber friends at the moment. I have an intro or an outro or a midtro. How do I hold 19 books at once whilst trying to pose? I don't really. Oh shit. How do people do this? Sexy legs? Oh, I think. Don't fall. What the fuck was that? Okay. Wait, how do I get these off? Ah! I'm stuck! Ah! How do I put these down?